Okay guys, a Love Island Nugget video. It's been a very long minute since we've gotten into Love Island Nuggets. I haven't done them in a while. So let's get into this because we have a lot to break down. Relax, grab your tea, your evening dinner, food, whatever it may be. And let's get into this because we have a lot to discuss. I have a list of topics to go down. Hey guys, it's Rob Morali. Hopefully you guys are all doing well today. Back at again with another video. If you have not subscribed, click that button guys. It is daily and consistent content. Send us super thanks. I would appreciate it. There's a $sign. You can send something to support and thumbs up on the video. Subscribe. Let's get straight into this. So, a lot has happened, guys. First and foremost, major congrats to Whitney. She is going to be relaunching her haircare business. So let's break this down because a lot of people are discussing it today. The blogs are posting about it. She obviously has united with a lot of the black girls from Love Island, from Cindy to Tanya to Samira. Like, there's a lot of these girls. Kaz, everyone's come into fruition and they're doing this kind of photo shoot together. So I'm here for it. And I think that this is a great way to catch people's eyes. The video's got nearly 1 million views just on a reel. So I think that's great that there's so many eyes on her business, and we support Whitney over here. So I really do hope her hair care business flourishes and that it does well. And I think that this was a great tactic to get people talking. Now, her manager has put out a statement in regards to something else, and this is what has caught up the blogs. It's got a lot of opinions flooding, and we're just going to break this down because this statement that her managers put out is very interesting, I'll say. We didn't accept the 6-figure brand deal. Instead, we worked on a long-term strategy, carefully chose what campaigns best suited Whitney whilst keeping what made her special and different at her core. One of the key focuses, I can't even read, was Whitney's IP. And whilst you may not see Whitney's signed 6-figure brand deals, you will see Whitney relaunch her wig brand with fellow Islanders for the first campaign by an Islander focused on the black community with her fellow Islanders. This campaign is quite simply special. A talent worth is not valued by a brand. Let that sink in. And they're going to relaunch it on YouTube and etc. So basically to explain why they didn't actually accept any of the 6-figure brand deals, because they were looking at longevity and they want to work at Whitney's own brand and to build her own home. Now, I don't agree with this, and I think that this was a poor decision made from her management team, to be honest with you. That's just my opinion. I don't agree with the fact that you would reject a fashion deal, which I think would suit Whitney. I think that she's personality and she has style. I think there's a combination of both, and I think that, you know, a 6-figure fashion brand deal doesn't mean that she has to continuously accept them or just depend on them. But, you know, whilst you accept that deal, there are other things that you can work on, or you can use the money from the 6-figure brand deal, 100K at minimum, so it's probably around 300-400K, to invest into your hair care business. You can use that money to hire social media managers. You can use that money to hire studios or to hire a hairdresser salon and etc., or hire filming equipment. There's so much of that money that you can reinvest into your other businesses. That's how other businesses flourish. We've seen this with Prime, Logan, and KSI, and how that's worth nearly $1 billion. We've seen this with Molly May and how she's accepted fashion deals and focused and used that money for, you know, her tan business. And I don't think I've seen some of these Love Island fashion deal contracts, and there aren't stipulations, from what I know of, where you can, if you accept the 6-figure brand deal, you can't work on your own business. Normally, it's if you accept the 6-figure brand deal, we don't want to see you promoting competitive brands. For example, somebody accepts a PLT deal, they can't be seen wearing ASOS. Do you know what I mean? That's more so how it is. So I don't agree with this. I think it is a poor choice objectively. Regardless, we're still supporting Whitney on the channel. I always have supported her. But I feel like if you should have accepted that deal. If there was a deal, this is what a lot of people are saying, that, you know, because maybe there wasn't a deal and therefore they're just trying to save face. But the 6-figure deal should have been accepted, in my opinion, because I feel like, and that doesn't guarantee that she was offered anything from PLT. It could have been Gymshark. It could have been, you know, Primark. It could have been many other clothing brands, and she does, you know, dress well. So I think that a 6-figure deal would have given her the money, put it in the limelight, you know, shut people's mouths up because people are talking about XYZ and putting pressure on these girls as always, and then use that money to reinvest into your hair care business and to do multiple avenues, for example. But I like the fact that she is building her own home. A lot of these girls, a lot of these influencers, they like to work with corporations and brands only. They are not focused on building their own. You either build your own or you do it simultaneously. You don't just work with brands and corporations and rely on them just for money as an influencer content creator. For example, look at me. We all know I went through something crazy last year with this scandal, me being this teen, you know, when I did the race-based stuff as 17, 18-year-old teenage boy with these uncles in their 50s. By the way, they got none of the blame. Me as the 18-year-old got all the blame in the world. But regardless, when all of that took place, evidently, if my sole career was based on just working with corporations and brands, then I'd be knocking on other people's homes, begging for them to let me in. But I built my own home here. Do you understand? So I don't need to be going knocking on people's doors, child, because I've got my own home that I built from the ground up. And so I very well can return to my home and do the repairs and refurbishments. But I'm able to do that because I built that from the ground up. So when there is a rainy day and you built your own home, you're going to be warm. You're not going to be out there homeless or out there asking for these brands and corporations, please let me in, please let me in, please let me in. So it's great to build your own as a content creator influencer on your own platforms, not just working with these brands that, you know, you do game shows and stuff like that. They give you great coin, or fashion deals, they give you great coin, but they will drop you left, right, center if they wish to. So you need to build your own platform so that you can stay safe. And so therefore, I think that Whitney building her own platform, there is longevity in that. That I agree with. And hopefully her hair care business goes well, because hair is very hard to flourish into. It's highly saturated, as all businesses are. But if you are determined, you are going to do well. And I feel like she is. And I do feel like she is in good hands. So, you know, congrats to her when it comes to this. I just really wanted to break this Whitney stuff down. First and foremost, as content creators, influencers, or any of you watching this who want to be one, don't just rely on brands to make your money and pay your bills. Find ways where it's about you. It's about your platform. It's about building on your own businesses. It's so essential and important, because not only is it highly saturated, this field of influencers and content creators, but rainy days can come, child, and you'll be dropped left, right, and center. And then what would you have to show for it? Absolutely nothing, because you've built your platforms on places like Instagram and TikTok that are not monetized or not heavily monetized, and therefore you're effed up. So food for thought, guys. Food for thought. I just wanted to get that out there. I just feel like I wanted to break that down. I wish she would have accepted that 6-figure brand deal, because she could have used that money to reinvest. I don't think the deal that she would have accepted would have damaged her career or put her, or pigeonhole her, or put her in a place that is not favored. I don't think that at all. I think that it would have worked well for her in the moment, and then just quietly work on your own business and then relaunch that as well at the same time. Like, you know, I'm not saying that she was offered the same thing as Molly May, but, you know, evidently Molly took these deals because she had plans. She wanted to put that into her filter, tan. She wanted to put that into her book. She wanted to put that into the homeware stuff that she's doing as well. So, you know, you got to have longevity. And I feel like Whitney has that. But I just, in my opinion, you guys might disagree. Moving on swiftly, Arabella. Guys, a lot has happened with Arabella in the last couple of days. Don't know if you guys have heard about it, but former Love Island star Arabella was dragged screaming from her car and attacked by 2 men in a roadside robbery. Cops told her she had been targeted by an organized crime group which slashed the tires of her motor on board her ferry before they pounced. A source said Arabella heard the doors unlock before being dragged out. She was absolutely terrified, but she screamed and fought back. She had no idea what these men wanted and feared for the worst. They raided the car for everything they could. The robbers made off with Arabella's luxury handbag, her purse, and passports. Pals told her she was traveling back from Ibiza with her dad when the ordeal began. Apparently she was being followed as well. So this obviously is very scary, and, you know, hopefully that she's doing well. I'm pretty sure she's extremely traumatic, but a lot of people are following these influencer girls and boys who are posting all this fabulous stuff online, and they're looking for them, and they're looking for their location, etc. So it is obviously very scary, especially in the world we live in today. So I really feel for Arabella in that moment, and hopefully she is in a better place mentally, because I can imagine that she probably won't be with everything that is going on. Now, when it comes to Maura and Curtis, they have reunited, won Love Island Games. They had a very awkward interview post-show when Curtis got dumped. I felt like it was quite funny. I think that Maura is doing really well with Love Island Games. I feel like she is, you know, doing extremely well, to the point where I see her hosting Love Island in general. I never really saw it, to be honest with you, but now I'm seeing it. She will never replace Maya Jama. It's never going to happen. The networks love Maya. But I think that Love Island USA, I can see Maura taking on that show full-time, being a full-time host, presenter. I think it works really well. I think she's doing really well. And I think her walk-ins, everything, I'm just far more impressed than I ever expected to be. Injected.
When was the last time you played Megan?
Yesterday.
Yesterday?
Yeah, in the challenge.
Oh, you haven't played her since then?
What? What is Maura doing?
Maura fucking put me right in it.
Reports are saying that Davide is making and raking in a lot of money. He obviously just had a recent deal with Sky Mix, I believe. It's a gym brand. And that is fantastic. That's where I see Davide. That is what I see him doing. When I spoke to him a while ago, I was like, bro, fitness is your lane. You have the body for it. Work with fitness content creators, work with fitness companies. That is your lane. I don't see many islanders anyways in that lane, so it's not highly saturated. Focus on that. Work with other stuff, but that should be your place. Build your own. Don't just keep working with corporations and brands. Build your own YouTube platform. It's very difficult with YouTube, but if you do it consistently, you will land. Obviously, coming back with Ekansu, whether they're really in love or not, I really don't care, but it obviously works really well because there's a lot of money in them as a couple together. And so therefore, I'm glad they're both back together again and then, you know, getting all these deals. But The Sun is reporting that he is raking in a lot of money and he's going to be a multimillionaire, and that his Sky Mix gym deal was, you know, a very huge lump sum of money that he had gotten. I think that was a very good bag for him, and it puts him still there in that place. Boohoo apparently have also announced that they are renewing stuff with Davide, so clearly that shows that, you know, I don't know, maybe Tyreek isn't the one favorite for Boohoo. I'm not really following Tyreek. I don't know what he's doing, but you know, maybe they will, maybe they won't. Maybe they will, maybe they won't, I don't know, but it seems Davide is doing well, so major congrats to him. Jack Fincham has announced that he's returning back to selling pens, and this is what he was doing before he came onto Love Island. I didn't expect this. I feel like when he came onto Love Island, it was 2018. 2018 and 2019 were the biggest seasons of Love Island. He also won the damn show. So how he's gone from that to going back to his job, I honestly don't know. I don't think he wanted to. I don't think anybody would want to go back to selling pens. Let's keep it real. Let's keep it a buck. But the reality is this: Jack Fincham has had poor management from leaving the villa. There's so much this man could have done. He's a Jack the Lad UK representation. But the reality is Love Island 2019 knocked out the 2018 girls out the park. Tommy Fury knocked out Jack Fincham left, right and center, and I felt like there wasn't much for him to do, but I felt like he was just poorly managed. The drink driving issues that he's continuously had throughout, of course, is an issue as well. I'm sure he's doing well, and there's no job shaming here. I think selling pens is absolutely fine, but I think coming from the biggest season of Love Island, one of them, there was so much more potential with Jack of things that he could have done, and I just felt like he was just completely poorly managed, and it's a shame. So you just got to have a right mind, right management, right mind. You can accept these fast fashion deals, but you need to be doing your own thing at the same time, because Toby was the Boohoo man boy, and then within 365 days, child, Davide came in and replaced him. So you are very easily replaceable when it comes to fast fashion deals. That I will say. So I do think that you should be building your own 24/7, 24/7, 24/7 whilst you do any fashion deals, because they can just replace you in seconds, and you know, it really is just sad. I don't know if any of you guys are watching Love Island Games, but you know, obviously I'm watching it and reviewing it for the US girls who watch my reviews, and you know, it is doing really well. I think it's a great show. But Love Island All Stars is happening, and it's coming fast, guys. In a month's time, and like a week or two, Love Island All Stars will be launching. We're getting Love Island again, airing on ITV, and some of the names that are now being dropped with new people, I'm intrigued. The latest name to be added to All Stars is Samira Mighty, and I think that would be nice to see her again. Ovi, the words are saying, Michael Griffiths is coming on as well from Love Island Season 5. Paige Thorne, you've got Faye, you've got the Paige who won Love Island Winter Season 6. These are the 6 rumoured people to be going on to Love Island. There have been some Islanders who've been contacting me saying, Murad, they've phoned me and what do I do, etc. Apparently they're messaging all the girls and boys, and we'll just see what happens. But to me, those 6 are strong, and we'll just see who else that they can get. I believe, what's his face again? The sandwich boy from season 5, Joe. I feel like Joe has also been approached and confirmed to go on the show as well. So we'll just see what happens. But I'm excited for the All Stars. I feel like we need it. I feel like it's going to be fun. It's going to be good. If it works well, there'll be an All Stars 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Subscribe to the channel. Click that button, guys, for daily and consistent content. I would appreciate it. It's one click. Send a super thanks. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this Love Island Nugget video, for those of you who will watch it. I don't imagine many of you will, because Love Island is just out of the world right now. Nobody's really tuning into Love Island stuff or topical conversations. I don't think any of you guys would be. Also, it's tracksuit season, and I'm so happy. Winter's here. Focus, focus, focus. Yeah, subscribe, send a super thanks, and I will catch you guys soon for another video. I don't know what else to say. Like, those are all the lists of topics, and you know, there's really not much going on outside of all of that. Agree, disagree, comment down below. Keen to hear your thoughts on all of this, and I will catch you guys soon for another video.